let's call our meeting to order. Has everyone had a chance to look over the minutes from the January meeting and the financial statement to date?
I make a motion that be approved as circulated.
Got a motion by Commissioner McBee.
I'll second.
Got a second by Commissioner Hill. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Any more old business at this time? If not, we'll move on to new business. We need to approve the 2015 road changes to amend the 2016 Franklin County roads list.
The changes are the first page in there, right behind the cover.
Oh, okay.
And actually what this is, we have to fill this out, the comptroller's office, go to the mayor, and then they'll file this, but we don't have to change any of the original part, it's just this, what is being changed, it'll be on there. Y'all will get a binded copy. As soon as Andrew and I learn how to use this new binder, we're gonna make sure you get a copy of it. I think it's smarter than we are, so we're gonna try to get it to work and get you something put together. You can also visit the Franklin County website and go on franklincountygovernment.com, go to departments, and then click on highway. And as soon as you click on highway, it comes up. There'll be a list of the roads list at the very top, and then under that is the subdivision rules and regulations that's there now. So, but still, it's good to have a binding copy that you can carry in your vehicle with you if you don't have a computer in it. So. But all these have went through the county court.
There are 4 in District 4 and 1 in District 1.
Yeah, we don't have one.
Four on in your district and one's in your
The one that
The
goes-
two
I'll make
Williams.
a motion for the changes.
Okay, I got a motion by Commissioner Hill,
I'll second the motion.
got a second by Commissioner McBee. Any discussion? All in favor, then say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The road changes are approved. Any new business at this time?
Before the superintendent's report, I would like to wait until he has his report and then I have some comments.
Okay. Mr. Woodall,
Ready.
table yours.
All right, just to let you know at this time, we're grading and graveling on various roads across the county, and we're still working on the state aid road, Old Estill Springs. We're hoping to be started on the ditch work with the pipe, probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks. We did get notification today that they have actually started working on the catch basins and drains. These things are going to weigh a substantial amount of weight and will have to be put in by a crane, so we're going to have to be scheduling different parts of that out through the project. The crusher is back up and running, and we'll probably need to blast in about 3 weeks if everything goes good and the weather holds out. And also, I'm getting estimates on projects that you've turned in right now for your 2016 road program. I'm going to try to have some of those ready for you at the next meeting. So you can go ahead and be looking at the cost and everything, and then be trying to figure out how we want to go into the program and start doing. Of course, we have 1 or 2 that still left, from last year we're trying to get fixed, so we'll be doing those. Snow removal and washouts have been keeping us busy for the last several weeks. Been around, you say, we was making several rounds with that. It's, we still have approximately probably somewhere around 300 tons of salt left, so we should be good if we don't have anything major. We have, I think, approximately, about 150 more tons there in Nashville that we can have delivered.
I believe that's
They
right.
have made one delivered, and it worked out real good. They brought it down to us, they backed up, dumped it for us and everything. And we actually got it cheaper through the state contract than we did personally, like we did, so.
We didn't have to go get it. So.
Yeah, you have to go get it. We got some ditch work and tile setting, we've done on several jobs that have been completed, but we're still working on several other areas. And we're doing some shoulder clipping right now on various roads across the county, and we're still putting in some pipe on Boswell Lane when we can. We're just going in and putting it in at different times when we had got other major projects going on and trying to get that little project finished up. And if the weather cooperates, we'll begin patching next week. We still like 7 more days in Mr. Mackey's district. And then we'll be back to, I think it's you. So that'll be District 2. Yeah. So, we, just to let y'all know, we've had 2 employees that have taken other jobs that have left within the last 2 weeks. We will be running an ad in the paper and on social media next week to fill their positions. And the jobs that we have are a combination truck driver, bush hog operator. The applicants must have CDLs with air brakes license and be able to operate a tractor with pull behind bush hog. So if y'all know anybody that's meets those qualifications, send them our way. The interviews will probably take about 3 hours probably. We're actually gonna take them out and put them on the tractors and stuff and let them see if they can do that. And also the truck driving, they'll have to be actually operate a truck and spread rock. And so we wanna make sure that whoever we hire is experienced enough to do that. So, but if y'all know anybody, just tell them that they can go down to the, as soon as she puts it, I think she's gonna start running it next week, so they can go down to the
Fine.
finance office and see if that says they're human resources and they'll give them applications. I just got back from Nashville. We went up for Government Day up, and actually the governor come in, all the highway superintendents met us for about 30 minutes and had a question and answer sessions. And of course, y'all know there was a Senate bill and a House bill that was being put together that was gonna give the county highway departments about $100 million. And to our county alone would have meant over $1,028,000. We are not real sure whether that's gonna pass or not. I'm sort of doubting it. The governor did put a lot of money in education and stuff and did tell us that there would probably be no gas tax this year. Maybe so, maybe not, but he was leaning towards it probably wouldn't happen. One of the reasons being this is an election year, and a lot of the people I don't think want to have a gas tax running during while they're running for election, so he sort of doubted it would happen this year. But he did tell us, they did sit and explain to us that they are very much aware that something's gonna have to be done. And he was very strongly in support of getting something done just as soon as he could. But he said that what we need to do as a body, governing body with us, is start talking to all of our state reps and our senators and let them know what kind of shape we're in. And so one of the things I would like to do, if I can have y'all's permission, I'm gonna actually try to get with some of the news media and actually go over some of this and let people understand why we're needing that. Not necessarily whether it's a gas tax, but let the public understand why we're having so much trouble getting funded. And give them a chance to see what it is. A lot of people were unaware that they only paid like $123 in gas tax for a year. And you know, people were like, $123, for gas tax for a year, and that was it. And people are not aware of that. When they go to the pumps and they fill up, they're seeing the high prices. Now it's going down, they think we're getting more money, but it's still the same. It's not changed. So that was the biggest thing I was trying to explain, to people, even though you go to the pump and buy it at $1 a gallon, we only get the same revenue, but when it's up to $3 a gallon, we still get the same revenue. But our problem is that all the expenses is going up and up, and that gas tax is staying flat. So that's the biggest thing we need to get out to let everybody know, about the funding for it. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. They did get the bridge and state aid roads at 98.2 now, so all the state aid will be 98.2. We do have our projects, there's 3 of them already in Nashville waiting, so we should be able to be hearing something from them pretty quick. So That's all I got, Mr. Chairman.
How much, have you seen asphalt drop since the price of gas has come down?
Well, see, you would think it had, but it's really not. It's come down some, but it's not really dropped as drastic as gas. And this is the reason what the the Tennessee Road Builders Association said, well, here's the problem. Back years ago, when you had oil, which is the component of what we make liquid asphalt with, used to be a byproduct. It was just something that was out there that they didn't use, very much. They just made it into asphalt, liquid asphalt. Well, now they've gone into refining this oil and figuring out how to take all these chemicals and break this stuff down so much that they can make more gas, more gas, more gas, and the liquid's not there anymore. So it's got to where it's getting harder to get, and you get more gas. And then on top of the cars and stuff now, getting 30 miles to the gallon, and then I think he said, what was 2021? They're supposed to get up to 50 miles a gallon. So that's even going to hurt us worse, because we're going to have to be, they're going to be getting twice as much gas mileage and still using the same, it's just not going to work. So something's going to have to be done, and putting a tax on electric cars, and there's not that many electric cars being made, is not going to help. So there's going to have to be something done.
What is our county tax rate now per 100 for roads?
4 cents.
4 cents.
But 2 of that has to go for
2 of
bridge.
that goes to bridge fund. 2 is for roads, and then 2 is for bridge. Which the penny right now is 80.
About 83,000 or something.
83,000 per penny.
Well, just to give you an idea on that, state tax revenue in 2006, this is the thing there, was $1,906,000 roughly. In 2015, it's $1,980,000. That's 75,000. That's 75. We've only got an increase in gas tax. We only get $75,000 more a year in 2015 than we got in 2006.
But asphalt in 2006 was in the $20 range.
Yeah, about 40, about 40.
And now it's went up to anywhere from 90, 70 to $100 a ton.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, that just goes to show you people's not burning no more gas now than they were back in 2006. Sales tax revenue's gone up since 2006. Price of a penny's gone up since 2006 on taxes, but gas tax
gas tax ain't done that.
hasn't went up any. It's still flat, been flat. If you go back further than that, you can probably go back to about 2002, and you can see that it's been flat all the way back to around 2000, 2002. It's been pretty flat. And when the gas tax makes up 2/3 of your budget,
A little over 2/3.
a little over 2/3 of your budget, that means we operating on the same amount of money just about we was operating, and now was operating back in 2006.
2006, that's right.
So that means we just have to let things go.
I thought the gas tax
no
for
money.
the county
Huh?
was 86.3.
But it may be.
86.3.
A penny,
Yeah,
it might be. It
Yeah.
might be that much, somewhere in that neighborhood. It might be that much, I don't know. Somewhere I had in my mind 82, 83, but you may be right, Joe.
Because see, the counties only get 7 cents of the gas tax. In other words, if whatever all total comes in, the county only gets 7 cents of that total amount of gas tax. If gas tax is 50-something cents a gallon, we only get 7 cents of that.
and when it's coming in from the gas to the state, then it's divided among the state and the county and the cities. So if we give up roads in our district or the annex, then the cities get those, and then
It's not a good thing. But hopefully, the governor actually, he is concerned about it, and he is a mayor, he's an ex-mayor. So he's been in county government, and he knows what the problem is. It's just trying to figure out a way to get it fixed. And I don't think they're there yet. They're still, it's like he said, you can put more gas tax on, but that still ain't gonna fix the problem. What Tennessee's gonna have to do, of course, we're a pay-as-you-go state. We're one of three that's a pay-as-you-go state. So we don't have any debt in road. We do. State does not have debt in that. They don't borrow any money to do that. So, and that's a good thing, but you can't keep operating like you operate.
Well, this is the first time in 40 years that, especially when it's snowing, that the mountain and between Estill Springs and Tullahoma has not been cleared.
Sure.
Because the mountain was cleared last, and it was on that Tuesday night when the weather moved in, and on Wednesday at noon between Swanee and Monteagle had not been cleared. That's 41A, and also on that Saturday going to Tullahoma, it had not been cleared on the 41A going out of Estill Springs. And I don't ever remember that in the last 40 years I've been here.
There was a significant difference once you got right outside of Tullahoma,
Yeah,
because that's my way home.
yeah.
You can see
And
it.
when we're on the mountain working before the state gets the state routes done, there's something wrong. Because usually they're right there with us as we go. And we were up on Key Springs already working and plowing and snowing, or salting, and they hadn't even come up. So,
But a lot of the trucks were coming off the interstate,
Yes.
so I think they've been working on
they have.
I-24 instead of on
They
the
have.
state road.
Anything else?
That's all I've got, sure.
That's enough.
Commissioner McBee, you got anything?
No, I don't have anything after my report.
Commissioner Clark, have you got anything?
But I'll say one more thing, in 2015, our mental severance tax was $43,000. In 2006, it was 105. So that takes care of your $75,000 increase right there.
Yeah.
That's $65,000 less than the mental severance tax. So there was no increase in money. It comes right down to it. Since 2006.
And in the earlier days, you've had that, county plant that,
Yeah,
Four lane was going on.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got a question. What other sources of revenue could you possibly,
a wheel tax, and I would say, no, no, no.
Well, actually, in the state of Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, then put some money on sales tax and turned it over to roads. And my understanding is, I haven't been down to see them, but Robbie and I were talking here not too long ago about going and visiting and see exactly what they did with that, to see how it worked. Because Huntsville has been doing a lot of road work. And, I mean, it's gonna be some kind of tax, no matter what it is. You're either gonna pay more for your car tax, they'll have to impose a wheel tax, road tax, whatever you wanna call it. And they really want to do a road tax, but what they're gonna have to wind up doing with it is, you'll have to tell them how many miles, they've got to have some way to read how many miles you put on the road a year, is what they're wanting to do. But it's very complicated to do unless you have a new car. If you have a new car that's got all this new info and stuff that's in it, then they can tell you what you drive. But until they get all that in there, they can't do it. I mean, it'll be hard every day.
that's a catch-22.
Catch-22, yeah.
Well,
So, but the bad thing about it is, just like one of the road superintendents told the governor up there, all this is good, but what are we gonna do until they get, figure out what you're gonna do?
Well, that's-
We're getting behind.
I mean, the education is fine, but if school buses and the
Can't
people
go.
cannot get out of their drive and drive on
Yes,
the road, then highways are just as important. And it's just like building a subdivision in a house. They think of the road last, and they build all the utilities in and things like this, and then they think of the roads, and then they want the county to keep updating the roads that get to the subdivisions and things. And we're on fixed income just like every other cities in the state.
When was the meeting? When did this take place?
This week,
This week?
yes, it's Tuesday and Wednesday.
And how many people came, how many people showed up for that?
There was probably 60, I think there was 63 road superintendents from across, now this was just for the highways, but now there was a meeting for local government, which was all county agencies
Right.
in the state. And they was probably, I think, running, I said a little over 400 people across the state.
Right. There wasn't any photos of you taken with the governor over there?
I'm sorry.
You didn't get a picture with the governor, did you?
No, I try to stay out of those pictures.
Oh, that'd be good for the paper though.
But, no, but he's, like I said, I think he understands what the problem is. They're just having a tough time figuring out what they're gonna do. And it's like he said, it's got down to the point now that they're gonna have to do something.
Right.
It's not gonna be well, when is it we're gonna do it? It's coming down to you. They're gonna have to do something.
Well, all I can say is, if you go look to buy you a new vehicle, for $30,000, $35,000, $40,000,
You want a good road to drive.
and you want a good road to drive it on, and if you're not careful, that vehicle, maintenance on that vehicle is gonna cost you a lot more than the property tax cost you.
That's a good point. We've got a small car, and because it's so small, it's more susceptible to, misalignments.
Right.
And so you're like, you just can't win.
Yeah, you hit a pothole too, you knocked it out of line, it cost you what, I don't know what it cost you to get one lined up,
It's getting expensive.
but anyway, it cost $100 to get lined up. That'd be about
And you can bust a tire.
and you can't bust a tire.
And they're,
I know you can, because they call me when they bust a tire, I tell you, huh?
Well, I found out our car actually has to have a rear and a front. It has to have a total, it's a different type of arrangement, so it's more expensive.
That's what I'm saying, when people realize that, that the second highest price thing they got,
Keith Covey.
that they own is their car.
Yes.
Some of them's car costs more than their house.
Yeah.
And there's a safety thing too on top of that. I mean, people dodge
They get bad.
potholes and
Yeah.
Anytime,
end up having a wreck, you know.
whenever they start getting bad enough, they'll probably do something about it. They get enough pressure on them.
Did you actually talk to the governor personally at all of that?
No, we were sitting in the back room and he was in the front when they brought him in. Of course, they were several of them that had questions that were being asked in
Right.
different places. But all of it was basically what we had talked over with the board
Right.
when we met.
Commissioner Hill, have you got anything?
I don't.
Does anybody else have anything? If not, I'll entertain a motion to.
I make a
adjourn.
motion, we adjourn.
Here a second.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Vote.
That's gonna be a
Meeting
big
is
swing.
adjourned.